Hello, everyone. I would like to take a few moments to congratulate Rick Santorum on his victories in Minnesota, Colorado, and Missouri. Now, it seems like he hasn't been able to get it up since he was the #2 candidate in Iowa. And I mean, seriously, he's been taking a long and hard pounding in most of the other primaries and caucuses lately. And despite Mitt Romney winning two of those states in 2008, Santorum managed to mount a come-from-behind victory just when many of us thought that his candidacy has reached its climax. Now, Ron Paul, one of the other candidates, has more military supporters than any other candidate for president, but that doesn't mean that Santorum can't get in on that action as well. I mean, he could just get one branch, maybe the Navy. Some sailors could start a group. They could call themselves Seamen for Santorum. I mean, we want to make his presidential run as smooth as possible. I mean, these races have gotten so tight. I mean, it's not as much of a stretch as it seems. I mean, with a little hard work, I know we can get Rick Santorum back on top. I mean, we know he'll dominate Obama in the general election. Okay, I know it's a little immature and a wee bit more of a cheap shot than most of my YouTube videos, but when I heard that Rick Santorum just pulled it out in Minnesota, Colorado, Missouri, okay, I promise that's the last one. I just had to indulge my inner smartass for a little while to let it out of my system. I mean, are you people fucking kidding me? Rick Santorum. Okay, the other candidates aren't exactly prize pigs either. Now, Romney's flip-flop more than a shared stack of pancakes at IHOP. I mean, he's the epitome of Groucho Marx's old joke. Just tell me when you hear something you like. Now, Newt Gingrich is in love with himself. It's like Lex Luthor is running for president. The other candidates are also egomaniacs, but they at least know when to tamp it down just a bit. Now, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Obama is a third term for George Bush. He is George Bush in blackface, so we seriously might as well have just given him a lifetime supply of charcoal and they just had him do blackface for 4 years. I mean, he's continued the unconstitutional undeclared wars, started another one in Libya, continued the Wall Street bailouts, continued the deficit spending, continued the corrupt Federal Reserve cartel, printing money out of thin air and charging interest for every dollar printed, and continued turning what is left of our republic into a fascist police state. I mean, seriously, can you honestly tell me the difference between Bush and Obama? You really can't. Now, Rick Santorum is all of these things and a hardcore theocrat who seems hell-bent on bringing us back to the Stone Ages. Now, I know a great campaign slogan for him, and feel free to use it if you want. Rick Santorum, building a bridge to the 12th century. Now, even on abortion, even on one of the few issues I actually agree with him on, he screws up. Still. Not only does he have the habit of framing it as a religious issue, as the religious right seems to just can't resist doing, and sticking to the scientific evidence that life begins at conception, and also guilty of the hypocrisy of so many Republican politicians claiming to be pro-life yet supporting torture and preemptive war, but he also wants to ban contraception. Now, once again, I have to ask the question, are you fucking kidding me? And I know, aside from being the holiest of holy rollers, he's not much different than the other candidates, and is bought and paid for by the same people, but is it really good for this country to have a presidential election where half the conversation boils down to God hates facts? Don't we have enough distractions and bullshit, dog and pony show issues as it is, folks?